Good morning. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, here with some wisdom to start your day. And today we have a card from the Archangel Michael deck. And the card is, get my hands arranged here, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. And there's other words there, but I'm going to leave those go because I think they're too easy for people to get caught in judging themselves, feeling like, yeah, but, etc. So I'm leaving the other words off. It's the simple words, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. So let me read the card and see what grabs you. Just kind of breathe, settle in, open into a place of receptivity, and see which words speak to you today. Forgive yourself. Archangel Michael sees that guilt is interfering with the happiness you seek. You're blaming yourself for something, most likely in the past, but it's time to let it go, especially since self-blame is unproductive and unhealthy. Blaming ourselves doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't get us anywhere. It's not like we then say, okay, now I'm going to love myself and move forward. Usually we keep self-flagellating. So let's let that go. In truth, you've done nothing wrong. You were doing the best you could at the time. And I know those end up sounding like trite words. We use them too much, right? But let's dig a little deeper into that. At the time, we made the decisions we made. We acted in the way we did, oftentimes from our wounds. If we can be kind and loving to ourselves when we've acted from our wounds, we are going to be head and shoulders above where we would be if we beat ourselves up about it. When we can be kind and loving to ourselves, I have a rule of thumb. If I wouldn't say it to my best friend, I ought not be saying it to myself. So if I'm doing the, man, you were so stupid, I can't believe you did that, would I ever say that to my best friend? No. So I ought not be saying it to this best friend either, right? Okay? So, possible specific meanings of the card. Think and speak lovingly about yourself. I have a former mentor who, when she would talk to herself, she would use endearments. Well, honey, blah, blah, blah. Well, sweetheart, blah, blah, blah. And initially that caught me. It's like, oh, that's interesting. But what it does is it really sets the tone for how you then continue to talk to yourself. If you call yourself honey, you're less likely to then come out with some damning words toward yourself than if you don't use a term of endearment, or if you do the, man, I'm such an idiot, whatever's going to come next is not going to be in your highest and best good, right? So try a term of endearment. What would you like other people to call you? Honey, sweetheart, darling, whatever. Pick one and practice it. Practice calling yourself it, all right? This one's worded in the negative, and I'm going to turn it around. Stop ruminating about the past. What I'd rather have you do, because it's so much more helpful when we focus on what do we want than what don't we want. So not ruminating on the past, yeah, but your subconscious mind can't grab onto that negation idea. Don't do this. It needs to know, what do you want me to do? Let's stay in today. Let's stay in the present moment. Right here, right now, I am safe and I am loved. It can be enjoying laying the groundwork for the future, but don't get caught in the future either. Live in today, right here, right now. One of the things that I hear people regret the most as they move on in life is there was so much more I wanted to do, and there was so much, I feel like I was so busy running through my days I didn't even register them to some extent. That's, I think, especially difficult when you have a job and kids and other things that are calling your attention. It's really difficult to be present for all of that, but well worth your effort to give it your best shot. Be present, be here now. So you're trying to make dinner, you are returning phone calls, and one of your kids comes up to you and starts tugging on you. Do your best to be present. Even if it's just for 2 minutes, be present. What can I help you with? What do you need? Hi, I'm glad to see you. Whatever it is. Okay, oh, I see Mary Westland here, Monica's here, Julie's here, and it looks like there's about 6 others here that I can't see in my list. I had my little pop-up that is dogging me lately that I can't seem to get rid of, but now it just disappeared. It seems to have a time limit on it, and now I can see some of you who are here, so welcome, welcome. Send blessings to those you're angry with as a way of healing yourself and the situation. Okay, so we have a little tool that we've been using the last couple of times on Empowerment Rising, which is going to be this Sunday, and our topic is manifestation. So if you're interested, you can look on my events page here and find out more. It's $15 and it's an hour and a half of deep work on manifestation. I was working on it yesterday and I was really excited about some of the stuff. Good morning, Sue. Welcome, welcome. So, send blessings to those you're angry with. One of the tools that we used, it was a cord cutting kind of a ceremony, and the gist of it was, after severing the cord between you and that individual, it was saying, I forgive you for, fill in the blank, and I bless you on your way. I forgive you for divorcing me, and I bless you on your way. I forgive you for having a car accident that killed so-and-so. I bless you on your way. I forgive you for, I bless you on your way. And what that's doing is it's not letting that other person off the hook. It's releasing yourself. Doesn't keep you bound to them with this cord of negativity and unhealed stuff. All right? So I forgive you for, fill in the blank, I bless you on your way. Write it down. Write it down on a piece of paper as many times as you need. 10, 20, 30 times. I forgive you for, I forgive you for, I forgive you for, and I bless you on your way. And then burn it. Then burn it. That's a good one. But letting it go. Letting it go. Again, it's not about saying what they did is okay. That's not what you're saying. What you're saying is, I'm releasing myself from being bound to this trauma. I'm letting myself be free. Let's see. Know that you can't control other people's feelings or reactions. We had an excellent talk about that at yesterday's breakfast group. And how women in particular are raised to pay attention to what's going on around them. And we were talking about in the group that there are some members who are quieter. And whose responsibility is it for them to have input if they want to? We've decided it's their responsibility. We can certainly make spaces, but it's not our job to say, well, so-and-so, you've been awfully quiet. Would you like to weigh in on this thing? That's their job to step in if they have something they want to say. We certainly could say, does anybody else have anything they'd like to add to the conversation? But it's not our job to call someone out. And oftentimes, if someone's a quieter person, they don't want to be called out. They feel like the bug under the microscope then. So, it's mostly, let's see what Kathy has to say. Great connection with the card. Forgive us and sending us on our way. Yes, that cord cutting ceremony was so powerful. So powerful. So, letting go of how other people react to what you've said or done. Your only job is to be true to you. Is everybody always going to be loving who you are and what you do? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nor do they need to, and nor do you need them to. We need to disabuse ourselves of the idea that everybody has to like us before we can be happy. No, no. There are those people, and we had some discussion about this. It's not a personal thing. It's no different than when they go to a smorgasbord and there's all this food laying out there. Well, those of you who aren't from this area, smorgasbord is basically a buffet. Some people don't know that word. But you go through the buffet line and you pick out what you want. Some things resonate with you, some things don't. Should the bean salad that you passed over feel bad because you didn't pick it? No. Good morning, Joyce. The buffet items, if they were sentient beings, which I kind of like to think they are, if the buffet items aren't picked, they just wait for the person who picks them, right? We want the divine connection with whatever it is that we pick. When we take clothes into the waiting room or into the fitting room and we try on a bunch of stuff, there's the stuff that ends up in the I'm going to take this pile, and there's a whole lot of stuff that ends up in the this isn't for me pile. Is it for someone else? Yes, absolutely. It's just not for you. It's just not for you. So the same thing with people. There are people who you just aren't going to resonate with, and they with you. It's nothing about you. It's nothing about them. It's just you guys aren't meant to resonate. No personal foul involved. And when you can wrap your brain around that, I think it makes life so much easier. The same thing for dating, relationships, etc. If you date someone for a while and you decide, you know, our paths just aren't aligning here, to let each other go in love is an amazing thing. You each get to move on freely to whomever might be a better fit. It's nothing about either one of you being wrong. Ah, yes, Joyce says, I wish I had that perspective when I was raising kids. Amen. Amen. Our little humans, too. They are not who we want them to be, are they? They are their bold, beautiful, bright selves, exactly as they are intended to be. And that's actually my new little arrow. As big and bold as God intended. That's my job right now, being as big and bold as God intended. No more muting myself to make other people comfortable. No more damping down my flame because other people think I'm too loud or too whatever. Be who you are, exactly as you are, and your tribe will find you. Your tribe will find you. Now, in the middle of that, it may mean some of the people who are currently in your circle might drift off, might be released, might not resonate with who you really are. They've resonated with the facade that you've presented, and it can be painful to drop the facade and be who you truly are and have some people walk out of your life. As that's happening and as your heart is breaking, remind yourself that is then opening up a space for someone who's truly a tribe member, someone who truly fits with you, who resonates, who gets you, who has things to offer you so you can grow, who has things that they need from you so they can grow. That's a whole different ball of wax. I mean, when you think about the people in your life, I actually was doing a program the other day, and she had us make a list. Joyce says, you've already claimed kick-ass, too loud, small potatoes. Exactly, exactly. I am loud, and I'm not going to mute it down anymore. Some of you need to hear me loudly. Some of you may not. Some of you may stick your fingers in your ears a little bit to mute it down a bit so you can take it in. Cool beans. Cool beans. Whatever works is fabulous. But again, going back to that idea that there's certain people we're meant to resonate with. And as long as we keep ourselves stuck in a persona that isn't truly us, but we think is how we're supposed to be. Girls are supposed to be nice. Whatever, okay? As long as we keep ourselves stuck in that persona, it's like having a mask on, and the people who are supposed to be able to find us can't find us. Take the mask off, be vulnerable, feel uncomfortable, and watch your tribe show up. They're out there. They're all out there waiting for you, okay? I mean, I even think about doing these early morning intuitive guidances. We're several years in now, which blows my mind, absolutely blows my mind. But in the beginning, nobody was watching. Nobody was watching. But I felt like I had to play my drum anyway. There was nobody to hear the music, but I just had to play my drum. And then slowly over time, people started coming. They were hearing the sound. They started showing up. Those who needed to hear what Spirit's sending through me. Again, I'm the hollow reed. This isn't, oh God, Bonnie knows all this stuff. No. This is stuff that gets dropped in. Okay, tell him this, tell him that, tell him something else. And if it wasn't me, it would be someone else. And there are other people out there giving the same message as I am. But I also know that there are people who are meant to hear these messages from me. Same with all of you. There are people who are meant to learn what they're meant to learn from you. Yeah, you. Don't go who me, you. So you need to be your true authentic self, and you need to speak your truth and not worry about how they receive it. Say it with love, say it with as clear an intention as you can, and then allow. However they're going to receive it, they'll receive it. Sometimes it's 10, 15, 20 years down the road before that message really clunks into place and they go, oh, that's what she was trying to tell me. Okay? I got one more hanging in here and it's like, okay, say me too now. Join a support group such as Al-Anon. Support groups can be amazing opportunities to learn how to interact with people and to learn how to speak your truth. And support groups like Al-Anon, AA, NA, Overeaters Anonymous, those kinds of things, when they're done well, really lay a foundation for your true self coming forward. Warts and all, as my friend Deb would say. We're very warty people, okay? Divinely perfect, humanly flawed. We're divinely perfect, humanly flawed. And when we practice seeing that divine light in others, all others, not just the ones that we get along easily with, but some of the ones that make us go, ugh, see the divinity in them too. There's things that they're learning. There's things they came here this round to accomplish, whether they're accomplishing them or not. That's not our problem. That's their journey. So the prayer is, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear toward others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? Janice says Al-Anon has been of great help to her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the gist of what Al-Anon does for people is helps them let go of trying to control other people's outcomes. It's about stepping into yourself. Who am I? What do I need to do, be, say, have, etc. that's true to me, and let go of cleaning in front of anybody else's doorstep. That's their path to walk. That's their path to walk. And that's so much easier said than done, especially when we're talking about people that we care about and love, right? So that is our card for today. Oops, I'm going to put it over here. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Again, be as loving and kind with yourself as you would be with your best friend. So I'd love to hear some more comments. This one is obviously poking some buttons. I really like that. Let's have a great day, everybody. We will see you again tomorrow. Good morning, Kelly. You'll have to watch the replay. We're just about done, but there's 14 of you on here. And I think about that. I'm so touched by that. 14 of you who will pick out some part of this message. Again, it's Spirit's message, not my message, but it's coming through me. 14 of you who now can move forward today and share something with someone else. And then they can go and share with someone else. And that's how we're going to spread the peace and the love and the joy that really we're meant to have instead of all this chaos and fear. All right? Have a great day. I love you all. See you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including forgiving yourself and forgiving others.